Hello guys, I'm Anya. Welcome to my second video of the Architect's Love. Here you can see I have made some wood on the roof and also my beloved brick walls. I decided to put them inside as well as on the outside. This video is pretty long, I think 20 minutes, about 20 minutes. In the description box you will find the time where the screenshots are showed. As you can see, I decided to make two kids' rooms and one main bedroom, master bedroom. That's obviously how you like it. I decided to make it this way because when I play Sims, I almost always make kids. My female Sims are most of the times breeding machines. Yeah, the video is pretty long and I had to make it really fast, the video. I think it's 8 times faster than it actually is, and I had to delete a lot of footage because it was so long. Yeah, the bathroom, I always have kind of a hard time making bathrooms because I think they are never really special, but in this case I made something special. I think you will see it in a few minutes. Here I just tried to fill in the gap here, and I really tried hard to put candles there, but I think I didn't make it in the end. But you will see it in any minute. So how are you guys? Let me know in the comments, and please, I'm very interested in your video ideas. Give me tips, what could I make the next time. I already have filmed another house, a tiny house. It is so lovely. I just have to do the voiceover, and then I think it will come online on maybe Sunday or Monday. I'm really excited to hear what you are thinking about that house because I love it so much, and I'm currently also playing with it. And now we are coming to the special part. Here, as you can see, I made something like a makeup desk. How do you call it in English? A place where you can do your makeup. I really love it so much. In Austria, it's not that usual to have something like this in your bathroom. Sometimes girls make this in their bedroom, but not in their bathroom. When I watch Americans English speaking channels, there are very often makeup tables like this in the bathroom. I actually think it's really pretty. It would be cool if I could place a chair there, but obviously when you think about Sims, it doesn't really have to be, because they would just sit there and do nothing, or they would never sit there because there is no option where they can just sit in front of the mirror and play with their makeup. And I actually always have a really hard time finding the right decorations and pictures for the walls. Am I the only one who has problems with that? Please let me know in the comments. I hope you can't hear the wind because we had a really big heat wave here in Austria. And today, now it's about 7 p.m. and it rained. We are all so happy, and now the wind is really heavy, and I just had to open the window. So if you hear it, I'm really sorry, but I would die without the window open. It's so hot. And here you can see I also made a TV in the bedroom. I also have a TV in my bedroom, but I almost never watch TV while I'm sleeping, but it always is on because I love when someone speaks to me when I'm sleeping, or when I'm about to sleep, when I'm about to fall asleep. Yeah, and you will see in a few minutes, I decided to make a really, really cool goth room for a teeny girl or boy, whatever you like. um, I this kind of reminds me on Sims 2. When I think of goth items in Sims, I always have to think about teenies in Sims 2. I think in Sims 3 or 4 it's not that not that how do you say, prominent, but in Sims 2 I just can think about goth girls with their cool and nice skirts, with the pleated skirts, and what was it called? Academy, the expansion pack where you could have go to university. It was so cool. Um, is there a game like this for Sims 4? I don't think so, but it would really cool. It would be so cool when they made it. It would be so awesome. And what I totally hate, why do they make pin walls when there are no cards that you can put on the pin walls? I would love when it's possible and I've done it and I'm not in the right position to see it. Yeah, as I told you, the video is going to be really long, about 20 minutes, but at the end I tell you the screenshots are worth it and the house is totally worth it. You will find the link in the info box to download it. I would be so happy to see if you download it and play with it. I will also let you my Instagram in the info box and a hashtag. So always when you download my houses, you can link me in Instagram using the hashtag so I can see when you used my house or recreated the house. It would be so cool to see you how you would do the interior, or how you would change everything in the house. That would be so cool. As you can see, I'm nearly always making um, the bookshelves. I always shove them a little bit into the wall because I think it looks better. This blue bookshelf, as you can see, it's so deep. I don't think it looks good, so I always shove them a little bit into the wall. Of course, you always have to keep an eye on the other side if it's sticking through the wall, but in this case it didn't, I think so. I really love the kids' rooms in Sims. You can make them so nice. It's so cool. And I had a really hard time finding the right curtain in this room, I remember. Because it's not a usual size of a window, but I thought it was so nice, and it kind of was perfect because of the bed, and yeah, I really loved it. Curtains. I think they could make a little bit more curtains in Sims, or am I right? Yeah. And there again, the problem with the pictures. This is kind of nice, but it's a lot of too big, too big. I think I've changed it. I actually now hope I changed it. But maybe I haven't, I don't know. It's a long time ago when I designed this. It's just the first time since then that I look at it. And I think I also put this shelf away, yeah, because it was too tight there. I think it would have worked, but it didn't look that good. And here I did the kitchen. Ah, the living space and the kitchen, I have changed it so much in this build because I wasn't satisfied with it, and I always had to adjust the stones beneath the house because sometimes they stuck out of the roof into the kitchen and it didn't work. And here you can see I also did this, but I didn't like it, so I put it back on the right place. And I also decided to take two sinks because it's probably a big family, and I also didn't know what to do with the cupboards. And then I decided it would be so cool when I could make a really high, how do you say it, a really high cupboard like this. You can see it. Yeah, I really like that, because in reality there are kitchens that look like that, and I really liked it. But as you can see, I changed it a lot, a lot, a lot. But I feel like now that I know how to use all the cheats, or now that there are so many cheats, you can do so much and it's awesome. You can adjust everything, because in Sims 2, when I really was young and I didn't know all the cheats, I obviously knew motherload and things like that because they were important. But I never knew move objects, or that you can press Alt and it would help you place the items. And here you can see a thing from the kids room sticking out, but I think I fixed it later. And actually, as you can see here, the office space, I changed it a lot later. And I also placed this picture just because of the thing sticking out of the wall. And I think I completely changed everything in the living room then later. But you know, I thought I will keep it in the video just because it's reality. I think all of us who are playing Sims change a lot during the time, because taste taste is always different and it changes. And yeah, I didn't know exactly how to make the right color scheme. And always when I play Sims, I have the feeling that I do the same colors, and I hate it. I just have to do it different. But I think this went out really well. I love it in the end. It's a really, really pretty house. But I can tell you, the most recent houses that I've made, they are always so expensive that it's really hard. I think it's nearly impossible to play in these houses without cheating. But you will see it for yourself. Um, but it's so worth the try. I love it so much. And also this kind of area on the outside, it's so nice to sit with friends and have a nice look on the water and the nice flowers, and grill some food on there and have a nice garden party. And a lot of more flowers because it's not enough. Yeah. At this point, when I've made this, I thought I'm pretty far and I could stop filming soon because I would be ready soon. But then I noticed, oh, the room where you go in there is completely empty and I should do this. And as I did that, I realized, I could change everything else up again and do new stuff. And I did, but you will see it soon. I also always have a scenes on the lot while I film and while I build, because I use so many cheats that I always have to try if everything works. Because if you don't use cheats and you play like in the Sims rules, you know, then everything is fine. It should work all the time, but not with cheats. You just always have to check if anything isn't in the wrong position, so you can use a toilet, use a kitchen, use a bed or something. But actually it's so cool to use them. It's so much more realistic. In older Sims I always had that feeling, in real life you would never ever place items so far away. It doesn't look good, and it's also not normal. It's not messy enough, you know. And yeah, since there are cheats, it's so cool. And here, obviously, I had a problem, a hard time doing this, moving the object in the height, you know, because I haven't played Sims in a long time, and I just forgot how to use it. So dumb of me, but now I know it. And you know, I was in a holiday in Greek for 2 weeks, or no, it was 1.5 weeks, and 1 week before we went to make holidays in Greek, I moved into my very first own flat. And yeah, sorry to interrupt. Here you can see I changed the complete office space again. But back to my holidays. Before the holiday, I moved to my own flat, and I had no time to play Sims or even edit the video, because I'm really glad I didn't, because then it wouldn't turn out as it did now, because I went through it and did something over again. And yeah, and then after the holiday, I was not ready with the apartment. I had to do a lot too. Then I got a baby cat and had to keep an eye on her, and I haven't had the mindset to play Sims and do stuff. And now I'm pretty living really good here. I love it. I like it. I'm pretty happy, and I have time, obviously. And now I play Sims again. Yeah, and here now the so important room, and this is actually so freaking funny. This is so freaking funny. As you can see, I made these ropes. How do you say it in English? These jacket hangers. I made them bigger because they looked so small. They looked so small, and I thought, why did they do that in Sims? Why? And then oh, I think we are not there yet, but you will see it in any minute. Yeah, some lighting here, and then I searched for the shoe rack, and there it is. I also made them bigger because, yeah. And now I let my Sims come down, and then you see it was way too big. That's because I made the walls so high, so I had to make everything smaller. I had to make the walls more little smaller because it looked so dumb. And then later on I had to adjust the whole house because the stones were too high, the windows were too high, everything was just too high, and I had to adjust it. But in the end, I think it looked really, really cool and really nice. I would totally want to live there. If I had a dog, I would also make a little bed for them here and also in the living room area. But I decided most of the time in my buildings wouldn't do it in there, because not everyone wants to have pets in their things, and I mean, they can do it by themselves, put it in there. And yeah, this brings us to the end of this video. If you are here and you made it till this point of video, then show me with the thumbs up. And yeah, now you will see the screenshots. See you next time. Bye. Subscribe. Like. Bye.